YouTube, Conductor165 here, and as you saw in the thumbnail today I'll be reviewing the Hornby duck model. So first off, Hornby duck was first produced in 1986, but was later discontinued in 1990. He was later brought back in 1995 and permanently discontinued in 2011. That was his history as production dates. And as for the history on his model, he is based on the Hornby 57XX class, as shown on the screen now. Where his boxes are concerned, Duck was sold individually on a box of his own, as shown on the screen now. But Duck was sold in a set of his own, which include a rake of freight cars and enough track to make a loop and a siding, I believe. And one more bit of history about him is that he was, in this catalogue picture as shown here, he is seen with a different face, a prototype face, whereas as you can see with the model here, he's got a slightly different face. That covers Duck's history. Now to my opinion and a few facts about the model. First off, you'll notice he has a very dark face. This model here is around the year 2010, and you'll notice the face is much lighter. I know it's a Thomas model, but it seems like the later models had a lighter face, whereas this Thomas here is from around Duck's era, and you'll notice the face is considerably darker and slightly different to Hornby Thomas. So that's an interesting fact. And something else, I'll show a picture here now of the Bachmann duck, but you'll notice the Bachmann duck has a black wheel arch, whereas the Hornby duck has a green one. There was a few details about this Hornby duck that were a bit different to the actual TV model. But one thing I do like about it is that the eyes do look to the side rather than in the centre, as if he was looking towards another engine or looking at something to the side. A lot of moulded detail is not painted, but you can see the boiler caps there. Yeah, screen's focused now. I believe he's got metal whistles. I might be wrong about that, I just had to look in. No cab interior, and you can actually see to the wheels, and the motor, you can see that in there too. Yep, there it is. But the actual chassis to this engine is the same as Hornby Thomas. Both motors and wheelbases of these engines are exactly the same. If I wanted to, I could swap the bodies and they would still be perfectly fine. Same with Hornby diesel and other 060 locomotives that are not Thomas branded. You've got a lot of nice moulded detail. You can see the cold texture there. There you go. And this model was actually bought second hand on a bidding auction on eBay. This model can fetch around £80 to £100. Whereas me, I noticed this model second hand, really good wheels on one side and rusted on the other, but nonetheless it was still in good condition. And I put a bid on it and I won this model for £30. And I serviced it a little bit, cleaned it up, and it still runs amazingly. So being able to have a model from the 1980s to 1990s and still run as well as it does, that is a really nice thing to have. You can see as well, as I mentioned about the chassis, there's these black pins that Hornby Thomas has the same, because the chassis are completely the same. But yeah, as to my opinion, they nailed the pannier tank look, because Duck is a pannier tank. His boiler side tanks overhang really well. The whole detail on Duck is amazing. I wish they got some colours right, because I feel like there should be a bit more black. But I love everything about Duck. Oh, one other thing as well is you'll notice this back wheel seems to go a bit lower than the front. That's because this model has sprung back wheels. This Thomas model has it too. Only the springs in this one are a bit stronger than Duck's. Whereas later models are not sprung. That is to apply a bit of a better connection to gradients and inclines on the line, I believe. So a better running performance. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed seeing Duck, and now you'll get to see some shots of him running, pulling some coaches and some freight cars. So yeah, thanks for watching and enjoy the running clip.